All right, Nick, it seems as if the Seattle Seahawks have rolled into this offseason with two candidates to take over the helm of their offense since the departure of Russell Wilson, none other than the new guy on the block, Drew Lock, and the proven veteran backup for the team, Geno Smith. I think you have the story on this one.
Yeah, so Liz Matthews over at Seahawks Wire had this to write, reporting on the current quarterback situation. Quoting Matthews here, fans of the Seattle Seahawks are well aware of the quarterback competition taking place this summer between longtime backup Geno Smith and the newcomer Drew Lock. With the coaching staff still mum on who will be the star of the season, the plan for now is for the two to split first-team reps this summer in training camp to see how things shake out on the field. All right, Maya, so this is a little unique. Normally, you have a clear number one and clear number two quarterback going into training camp and throughout training camp. Obviously, that can switch depending on performance. But the fact that the Seahawks have Drew Lock, the newcomer, tied right out of the gate and splitting time with the first-team group with Geno Smith, who knows the offense, he was there last year, I think really tells me the Seahawks believe Drew Lock is going to be their guy and want to give him every chance to win that job.
Okay. Well, let me run this by you. Are there any chances they go with like a Ken Stabler, George Blanda approach, where they let one go, and if they fall off, they just throw another guy in there and let him play for a couple games, and they just go back and forth? Is that an option?
Yes, that's an awesome 1970s Raiders reference, and I guess it could happen if one of them plays poorly, but I think in reality they want a clear-cut guy, and I think the fact is they like Geno Smith, obviously, but they like him more as a backup. And remember, Drew Lock, coming out of high school, was an Elite 11 guy. That's one of the top quarterback prospects. That's the top quarterback prospect camp in all of America. And then he goes to Missouri, has a pretty successful career there. He had all the tools coming out of Missouri. Lance Zierlein over at NFL.com compared him to Matthew Stafford. He thought that was a favorable comparison. Obviously high praise. That didn't work out in Denver, but there's no doubt he has the tools. And I think the Seahawks are really hoping here that Watt can finally achieve that potential, and maybe just, getting him into that open competition with Geno Smith right out the gate. They're hoping maybe that pushes him to that level.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's my take on the matter as far as the two. You have Geno Smith, who he's had his time in the spotlight. He's had his opportunity to be a starter. It went mediocre at best. But he's been a pretty solid backup. He's the guy that can come in, and if you need him to win you a game, you don't feel that bad that he's coming in off the bench to try to finish out a game. He's very good at doing that. He can be a good stopgap for a short period of time. Where Drew Lock, I would say, hasn't quite yet been given a fair shake. He might be a little bit undervalued. He could be a low to mid starter caliber. He might not just be a backup. So I think if you give him the opportunity, he could show that potential. But you never know, really, with him. It's very confusing. He's had up and down moments throughout the last couple of years as well. But I think this will be good. True chip on the shoulder. No one's giving him anything. They're gonna challenge him with Geno Smith. And he's going to have to battle a guy who is very familiar with the offense to try to win that role.
Yeah, you bring up a great point, is that they already know what they have in Geno Smith, and they really need to see what they have in Drew Lock. The Seattle Seahawks, obviously the quarterback situation is it's a restart. But people forget Russell Wilson actually counts $26 million against the Seahawks cap this year. That goes away next year. So Seattle really needs to know what they have at quarterback going into 2023. They know Geno Smith, great backup, not their long-term solution. Could Drew Lock be the long-term solution? I don't know, but they need to figure out, because going into the offseason, they need to decide whether using their draft capital and their salary cap dollars to either go after a veteran or draft a quarterback early in the first round. And they need to have that message be crystal clear. And I think, to your point, that's exactly why they want Drew Lock to battle it out with Geno Smith, to really make him earn that job. And if he does, play well in the season.
All right, Nick, it's time to get your internet privacy back today on every device you own in any country you want. Don't let anyone but you control your internet. NordVPN keeps you safe from prying eyes wherever you go online with their military-grade encryption. Is your favorite Netflix or streaming content blocked in the US? You can simply connect to one of the many countries available with NordVPN and get the access you need.
That's right, Maya. So right now, get our exclusive NordVPN deal here at nordvpn.com/SMI. It's risk-free now with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, get that exclusive deal, nordvpn.com/SMI.